y'all, what's up? My name is Asase Obo, Dr. Asase Obo, Dr. Obo, whatever. And it's just so good to be here with you in this space. I want to introduce a new thing. I don't really have a name for it, other than it's going to be a new series that is called just Breaking Bread with As. I want to kind of delve into like the thoughts and like how this all came to be and why I feel led to do this and to share this with you all. A couple years ago, I've had this idea for a couple of years. I love genuinely just like bringing people together, eating good food, having just good discussions, and like leaving feeling filled. And I think that I pray that, you know, a lot of the things that I do in this life are all led by my love for God, by my love for the Lord, and for the purpose and the passions that He has placed in my heart to pursue the things that He wants me to do, to be His hands and feet, to spread His love and His light in every room and in every space that I occupy. And so a couple of years ago, I just had this notion, like I felt like God was really leading me to come onto YouTube and to record videos and to share my life, my testimony with folks. That was around second year of med school when I finally actually obeyed and created a YouTube channel, and I was so nervous. And y'all can see the videos, they're still up. I'm not one to really delete the archives. I like to see my growth. I like to come back to it, and I have nothing to hide. And so, you know, I was really timid and not really acting myself on camera, but I was trying to be obedient, and I started, you know, recording on YouTube. Very short-lived. Didn't have the discipline, still haven't had the discipline to really continue in this journey that God has been, I feel like God has been leading me to do. And so around that time, I think Breaking Bread kind of came to mind. I have read this one chapter in the Bible, Matthew chapter 14, that talks about like how Jesus fed the 5,000, how he was just like speaking to such a large crowd, and they got hungry, and you know, there wasn't really food around for people to come and eat. And so Jesus asked for people to bring what they had. They brought 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, and God just blessed it and broke the bread and was able to feed 5,000 men and women and children. So we don't really know what the amount was, but you can just imagine, you know, with men, women, and children, there was a lot of people. And I think constantly throughout the Bible, there's just this theme of Jesus just loving on others through food and through fellowship. And that has been something that just speaks so much to me. He doesn't come to judge. He doesn't come to do anything but to love on you and to be a beautiful example of love and grace for us. And so I think through like studying the Bible and just through like living life, I have realized that, man, I really love to bring people together. I love to build community. I love to connect one another. I love to be the plug. And your girl loves to eat and eat good food. So the hope of this series, or what I feel like God is telling me, and I'm going to give it space to breathe and space to grow and become whatever He wants it to be, but is to eat some good food with good people and talk about things that matter, you know, like, because again, like I feel like God would just break bread, but he would not only feed us like physically, but He would feed us mentally and spiritually and just leave us fed in so many ways. And so I just want to open up a space of just like discussion and talk about tough topics, heavy topics, funny topics, anything under the sun, and hope that you can see a little bit of Jesus in the room. Not a little, but a lot. Hope that you leave fed, hope that you find new places to eat, because I might be doing it at local restaurants, I might be doing it here at my house. We can eat and talk and meet wherever, whenever. So I think like God has just been like just calling me out and being like, sis, I need you to do this. I want you to do this. Will you do it? Will you be obedient? And I had actually recently gone to Guatemala, and this has been this idea of doing this series has just been more and more pressing on my mind. And I think it's really hard. I'm a resident. I work 80 to 100 hours a week. I struggle a lot, just like any other resident, to just sleep, to eat, to do the basic things of life, to take care of yourself, to work out, to call my family. and making more time to do yet another creative project when I feel like I have others in my mind, or other things and like other responsibilities outside of just being a resident and learning and training, which is a big deal. I think it's been hard for me to get to this place of being disciplined, of showing up, of giving myself grace and just, saying gotta be perfect, but God is like nudging me to do it, right? So I went to Guatemala. This is like one of the several confirmations and pushes that I feel like God was telling me to do something. And was in this little town called San Pedro. It's like a town on Lake Atitlan. And my friend and I, we found this like paint or art shop where they create paintings out of coffee grounds. And I think I had shared with her like this idea and like this thing that I felt like God was telling me to do. And we're walking around the coffee shop and I just see this, okay? This is literally a painting of the Last Supper, right? Which means a lot of things, but I think the biggest thing here is that this was just another example of like Christ bringing people together, breaking bread, praying over them, preparing them for life and for what was going to come. And so I saw this and I feel like I got chills. I was like, come on, bruh. Like, I feel like you keep telling me like, sis, come and break this bread up. Come and eat this bread in front of people. Come and talk about some things. Let me use you. You've prayed so many times in your life, Lord, use me. I'm trying. And I'm saying all this in faith because I'm like, oftentimes I'm like, God, am I really hearing you? Am I really hearing what you want me to do? Are you really telling me to take this step in this direction? And like, all we can do is obey and pray and wait and see, like, is this right? Anyways, I saw this and I felt like, yo, this is a huge sign. So I bought it just as a reminder of a couple things, as a reminder that it's God that gave me the creative juices that I have in this body, and it is God that will help me to actualize them. It is the act of doing that makes something successful, because I feel like whatever our thoughts about what success means can often be an obstacle for us to make a move, especially a move in the direction of where God might be pushing us towards. And I think that has been one of my obstacles so far on this journey of just being more open about sharing my life, sharing my testimony. I think that this is also a reminder that God sees me. He sees me, he knows my heart, and he's going to continue to feed me. He's going to continue to meet me where I am. He's going to continue to bring me to the tables that matter. He's going to make a place for me and a space for me that is perfect for what I have to bring to the table. This is like a lot of little messages that I hope you're like soaking up, but I bought it and I was like, okay, whenever I do this intro video, I'm going to show y'all like the final straw. The final straw, is it the straw that broke the camel's back? The straw? I don't know, whatever. The cherry on the, I'm not doing these analogies well. The cherry on the cake, the icing on the cake, the cherry on the ice cream sundae, food, whatever. That this was the final thing. And I was like, all right, God, I'm gonna be obedient. So I actually filmed the first episode, my homegirl out in Guatemala. And I'm gonna do my best to just continue to do this and to talk about different topics. So if there's anything that you think that we should broach, leave it in the comments. I don't really share my YouTube page on like Instagram, which I feel like is like the main place that I go to express myself, which I've been doing for years. But I'm gonna try to actually share glimpses and pieces of the conversations that we have to kind of generate more viewers and whatever. But if you have any thoughts, ideas, comments, and all of that, comment below. I think this is gonna be a fun ride. I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm definitely not about the life right now about sharing recipes, but I might be cooking some days and then we sit and talk and I share what I'm eating and how it's enriching to my gut because we love that stuff. And then talk about something that's just been on my mind or something that I wrote down or thought about or whatever. So yeah. I think it's gonna be great. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching this intro and just kind of hearing a little bit of the backstory. I think it's always beautiful to share, the process and the development of things. So, welcome to Breaking Bread with Us. I hope you leave here feeling fed in more ways than one. Bye, y'all.